and some already went to the moon, and some fell and some succeeded. But not too many people know about the moon. I mean, the life on the moon, not just the surface floor of the moon. Now, inside the moon, I talked to the king of the moon. His name is His Majesty, the King Plalos. Plalos. He's a forever king of the moon because the moon people trust him. There's no need to change any king. Like every 4 or 5 years, we change the president on Earth. Now the moon people know a lot about us, but we don't know anything about them. They live inside the moon, not on the surface of the moon. And they have physical beings, just like us. They are like almost 500,000 people who live inside the moon. Inside the moon is a beautiful place also. There are trees, fruit trees, grass, flowers, just almost like us here. It's just that they don't eat the fruits. They don't eat any vegetables that grow around there. They're just there. They were there all the time before they came. Or the moon people were not originally in the moon. They came afterward. I just tell you what I remember. It's not orderly, but it will give the whole picture. Before they came to the moon, they have their own world. It's called, let me remember. I forgot. Yes, before the moon, people had their own world. It was called Peace World. They lived happily there and everything was okay until a neighboring warlike group came and wanted to absorb them into their own and make themselves king and control the people. So these people in the peace world had to run away. They didn't want to stay with this king and these different people because they were zealous devils. They were very lower level. So the peace world people just make peace with them. That's okay. If you want it, then you have it. We live. We just live. Don't fight. Don't make trouble for us. So they agreed like that. So the king Plalos took his people, went to the moon, and has stayed there until now. And before they came, the moon, the inside of the moon, had a world of its own already, with all kinds of things similar to outside, with even brightness from different places. And then have all kinds of scenery, have water, have rivers, have streams, have lakes, have an ocean. So therefore they settled in this area. And they did not have to eat anything. They are kind of breatharian. And now we call them the moon people. So that is easier for you to remember, to distinguish who is where. But these moon people, they are just peaceful. That's why they didn't fight back. And they are very advanced in technology. All of them are 4th level. Some maybe lower 4th, middle 4th, or higher 4th level. Remember I said to you last time that there's from astral level all the way up to the 5th level, and these people are from the 4th level. And they are in physical bodies. They attained the 4th level, but they have physical bodies, so they are like immortal people. They don't have to die. They don't have to eat or drink anything at all, and they continue living like that. And I asked the king, so how do you live every day, you people? He said, oh, we live just happily. And then we make some new things for fun, and we go visit other planets nearby, go to your planet. I said, why do you want to visit our planet? Just sightseeing? He said, no. We also take on a duty to protect the security of your planet. And so I thank him. Whatever I remember, I just tell you, okay? It doesn't have to be in order like 1, 2, 3, 4. Because whenever I'm in contact with any other planetary beings or heaven or divinity, I do it in the darkness when I meditate. In samadhi, you can't fetch a pen and write. And if I try to get out of samadhi and go back to the world, then I probably find it harder to come back. The mind is set in. Then it's difficult to go back there again. Well, I do sometimes. I have to tell them that I will come back. I need to go to do this, do that, some urgent stuff. and I come back. But it's better if you just sit there and be in that mood, in that level, in order to talk to them or do something with them. So the moon people, they go down sometimes, not sometimes, often. I ask how often. They say every couple of days even, many times a week, several times a week, often, because they want to also help this world to retain security as much as possible. So I say, okay, can you help? If we have a world war again, for example, can you help us to do something to stop the war, bring peace? So he said, no, we don't want to. We just do as much as we can in the peacefulness, because the humans are very aggressive. It's better we don't interfere with their actions or their plans. Many of the planets, when I talk to them, they're all scared of us, truly like that. It's a sad thing. It's not an honorable thing, because we have so much more than many of them. Many of them don't have fruit trees that we have, less fruit trees, and not so beautiful green and flowery and beautiful rivers and drinkable water, all that. Some are less than us, some are more. It depends on their level as well, huh? But they're all very much afraid of us. We are just too warlike, too aggressive, too unpeaceful. I'm sorry. That's what they told me. That's how they observed us and made that comment. Well, they were right. You all know that. You all know that. Even some lesser planetary worlds, they're more peaceful. They don't make war for anything at all. They talk together, they discuss, they propose. They don't go out and shoot each other just to take their land or to prove their opinion or to control or anything like that. We are terrible. We are almost near hell. The way we treat each other and other innocent beings like the animal people. Oh, sometime long ago, when I was already free and driving around with a driver, of course, I saw advertisements on the walls of the streets and how much it costs, this meat, that meat. Oh God, and I just shuddered, thinking, oh my God, it's so dangerous to live here in this world. So you see, even the other neighboring vicious devils came and took their land. They also didn't care to seek payback, to fight back. They just went somewhere else and lived in peace. Like in the inner moon right now, that's where they settled, and they're happy there. They also go around, visit other friendly planets or check on us to see if there's anything they can help with. Whatever they can help, only they don't kind of fiercely try to stop war for us or do anything, because they really don't like war. They don't like it. They think if whatever planet wants to make war with each other, okay, that's their problem. They don't have to interfere. They just help quietly, anything they can. That's all. Yeah, I just remembered. I asked whether or not the people in the moon people, become old or use anything to keep themselves so young and beautiful. They say, no, I don't need anything. They are just like that forever. And I asked whether or not the people in the moon marry, have couples or like romantic relationships. They say, yes, we have. And I say, you have children born out of marriage or stuff like we do here? He said, no, we just being loving and kind and romantic together, but we don't have physical kind of intimacy. Yeah. So the population remains almost like that all the time. So I asked him whether or not we humans can go live there, because I know that some humans are going or planning to go to live there, whether or not they can go into their world, in the moon world inside and live with them. He said, no, they could live outside, but they cannot get in. They have to be equipped to be inside with them. Even if I want to go there, they have to equip me with some special garments in order to bear the different atmosphere, yeah, and also to avoid harm to them. If we bring in any germs, for example, or pandemic, COVID-19, whatever, or poor us, they don't have such things there. They live forever, and they look young forever, and they're happy forever. But if we go in there, for any reason, we might bring trouble to them. Besides, the mentality is different. The humans have very low standards, lower spiritual knowledge even. It might cause conflict with them. First, I asked the king whether or not they are afraid of the humans who are coming to their land, to their world. He said no, because his words, he said no, because we live in a tower of secrecy and high security. Nothing can break their defense to get inside their world. They don't want to fight, so they keep very safe inside. They could go anywhere they want. It's just that if they happen to see a human go into their area, then they avoid them or go to another gate instead. It's very difficult to get inside their gate. It's very deep, long corridor anyway, and inside there's so many defense systems that no one can get in up to now. Well, I pray that it's true like that and that they can keep their peace and quiet, because if humans come in, oh, I never know what will happen. Even on Earth, between humans and humans, they already snatching each other's lands and causing so much sorrow, pain, and suffering for children in war, and elderly women and all kinds of innocent beings had to suffer so much just because they lied to snatch a piece of land or to show that they are more powerful, whatever. It's all ego talk anyway. It's all evil kind of actions. It's not fit, not dignified enough for humans. But the thing is, we don't just have humans on this planet. We have other kinds of devils around in different worlds next to our planet, and they influence some, especially those who already have warlike tendencies embedded in their being. Then it's easier for demons to influence them, to possess them and make them cause war, cause trouble, all kinds of suffering for other humans. That is the thing. So I'm glad that the moon people really protect themselves by high security. I hope it works that way forever for them. The thing is, we don't just have humans on this planet. We have other kinds of devils around in different worlds next to our planet, and they influence some, especially those who already have warlike tendencies embedded in their being. Then it's easier for demons to influence them, to possess them and make them cause war, cause trouble, all kinds of suffering for other humans. That is the thing. So I'm glad that the moon people really protect themselves by high security. I hope it works that way forever for them, because it's bad enough already that we cause suffering for each other here and cause life-threatening danger to ourselves already, not to go to some peaceful world and disturb their life. That's not fair. They do nothing wrong to us. They even go around and try to help in whichever way they can for our safety. I just hope the moon people don't go too deep inside our own karma and then get sick themselves and bring it back to the moon. Oh, please, God, protect these moon people. They are so good. And then in the beginning of our conversation, I already asked the king, why is it that they are so kind to me? Me and my other monks in former times, when I had a lot of monks, we didn't have a home. So we camped in the nature, near the river, stream, so that we had water to drink. And we just sang or roasted potatoes between my lectures. And so I said, why are you so kind to us? Because sometimes when we were singing in nature under the moon, your moon just stood still for hours on end until we finished and we wanted to go to sleep. Then you just dropped down behind the mountain so fast. Many of the monks are still alive, and so I'm not telling just a story. It's a true story, yes. And similarly, many times different things, or the moon just smiled so bigly, as if you were looking at the face of a human in the sky. The whole moon became a face, a smiling face. One of your brothers, in Costa Rica, he saw it. And one of the monks saw it and still remembers. Maybe he told it at one time to somebody or not. But I'm telling you a story in which the witnesses are still alive, yeah? I'm just telling you. And many other things, a lot of things Before, I used to take the monks and nuns around when we went anywhere. So they witnessed many things that outside brothers and sisters did not. These are some of those things. So I asked him, also, sometimes you send me love, the moon. When I just think about you or try to take a photograph in an impossible corner of the forest, and you just send me a heart like that, so clearly, with even a black ring around the heart, so it made it more prominent. Why have you been so kind to me like that, so friendly, so loving? He said, because we love you. That's what he said, so simple like that. I said, I love you too. I think we all love you, the humans and the animal people. We all love you. You're so beautiful in the sky. You're so unique. Without you, I don't know what we would feel, to live without the moon. So I was happy to hear that also. He said he knows. That's why he also tries to help with the security for our planet as much as he can. But we ourselves don't even care about our safety, security, food, water, starvation, or whatnot. People outside of our planet have nothing to do with us, still care so much about us. People from Mars, from Venus, and from the moon. As far as I know, there are more, of course. I love to speak to all of them because they have so much knowledge and peaceful energy, that you love them. But I don't have so much time to even talk. It just comes out sometimes. When it's naturally there, then I would talk to them. If not, I wouldn't run around the whole universe and from one place to another, knocking at their door and wanting to chat. Just because the moon is right in front of us all the time, and the moon has been so kind and shows so much love to me, so friendly, even to the group of my monks and my nuns some years ago. At that time, we didn't have cameras. We were poor. We were just homeless. So we didn't record all these phenomena for you. But what I told you is all the truth. In fact, I missed many other details. Yeah, like sometimes we were on the beach or something and the clouds covered the whole moon. I just said, I wish, the moon comes out. And then it came out immediately, took all the clouds away. I can see clearly. And of course, it could not be too long because too many clouds, so immediately it disappeared. But then it came back out again later, a lot of times like that. Also the sun, the same. Whenever I come out with a camera, I want to take a photograph. Of course, in the forest, it's more difficult to find a clearance. But the moon tries so hard, always comes out of the cloud or moves to another space quickly where there are no trees for me to take photographs. I'm grateful to no end for all this love around. So the moon, the sun, the stars, and even the small animal people like squirrel and the bird people, all that, they come and talk, and they show their love as well. I'm grateful to no end to God's grace so that I have such beautiful memories to keep from the people that are not next to me, from the animal people, instead of being harassed or chased around or threatened by my own human people on this planet. So sometimes I feel very sad. So I thought, could I go and live with the moon or not? They say, yes, very welcome. I say, I guess I don't have that luck. But how about other humans? If they want to go and live with you, can they do it? So he said, yes, they can. But they have to be on our same level, number one. Number two, they have to really be committed to stay with us. And then after they die, we will welcome them and bring them here. I say, but you have physical bodies now in your world, and the people from the Earth planet, if they die, then they don't have physical bodies anymore. How are they going to live with you then? He said, we have an instrument. We can give them flesh and bones back, and then they will be just like they were alive, and they can live with us. So I said, how many humans have already been living with you here? He said, 403 up to now, 403. And they're happy together, of course, same level, same form, yeah, so happy forever. If they are accepted by the moon people and live there with them, they also liberated forever. Yeah, but they have to be on the same level, at least fourth level, yeah? There's no fifth level up there, just fourth level. And of course, they have to check whether or not these persons are sincere, have good moral standards, high level, enlightened, peaceful, and like that before they accept them. Of course, yeah, who would like to have disturbances in such a peaceful and happy world like theirs? So I asked him whether or not their houses, I can see, but of course, we are having a conversation. I can't just say, oh, I see everything. You don't need to tell me. Just conversation, friendly. Also for you to know, yes? So I asked whether or not their houses are on the ground or in the air, because on many planets, more advanced planets, the houses are in the air, not on the ground like on this planet. He said, they are on the ground. I said, okay, do you walk also? Or because you have like flying cars and what we call here UFOs like that. Do you even walk? He said, yeah, on the ground, yes. Similar to this world, but they have flying cars if they go a long way. You know, like from one corner of the inner moon to the other corner. Oh, yes. By the way, because I asked, do you live only on the bright side of the moon or on the dark side? He said both, yeah, on both sides. And so they use flying cars to drive around to see each other. But they don't have to drive like we drive cars here. They use the willpower to drive whatever vehicles or whatever things they have to lift up or to work with. There's no heaviness there. It's better, eh? Over here we need a lot of instruments to lift even just some stones. And sometimes we couldn't even do that. And instruments often, when kaput, we can't use them. They take a long time to repair, or we have to throw them away and buy new ones. I asked him, how does he feel about our world, you know? He said he feels sad because we cause so much trouble to ourselves. And just a simple solution we could not even take up. He knows that I advocate vegan to save the planet and to make forever peace here, but it takes so long and the whole world is not completely vegan. So he knows all that and he says he feels sad. It's just one little solution and we could easily take it up to save the whole world so that the humans can continue to live on such a beautiful planet. He said our planet is very beautiful. Yeah. Many planets envy that because we could live outside of the planet and not worry about anything. Meaning on top of the soil, you know, on top of the earth. And we could also live inside the earth, the hollow inside the earth, just like they are living in the moons in space right now. See? They also could make their own moon, their own sun, but they can regulate them so that the temperature is always the same and very healthy, good air. And I asked him, so you have light all the time or what? He said, no, at the night. When we need to rest, then it turns off automatically. So everything there is peaceful and easy.